Hi there! This video is here to help you with comparing decimals. First of all, let's recap the symbols and language that we use when we are comparing numbers. When we are comparing numbers, we use the greater than, less than, and equals symbols. When we compare decimals, we can use a place value chart to help. We must remember to compare the value of each of the digits in the numbers, not the number of digits they each have. Let's compare the numbers 3.2 and 3.12. When we compare numbers, we start with the place value column that has the highest value. That is the digit that is the furthest to the left. In this case, the ones column. The value of the ones digit in both numbers is 3. So we need to compare the value of the digits in the next greatest column, the tenths column. The top number has 2 tenths and the bottom number only has 1 tenth, so the bottom number is smaller. Therefore, in this instance, we don't need to look at the digits in the hundredths column. We can write this in a number statement as 3.2 is greater than 3.12. Or we could write it as 3.12 is less than 3.2. Now it's your turn. Pause here and write a number statement to compare the numbers 6.84 and 6.4. If we compare the digits in the ones column, we can see that both numbers have 6 ones. So we need to compare the value of the digits in the tenths column. The top number has 8 tenths and the bottom number has 4 tenths. So the top number is the greater number. We could write this in a number statement as 6.84 is greater than 6.4 or 6.4 is less than 6.84. Can you identify the mistakes that have been made? Pause here and have a go. Did you find all the mistakes? 3.6 is greater than 3.56, so A is incorrect. 4.08 is less than 4.8, so B is correct. 0.63 is greater than 0.36, so C is incorrect. 0.12 is less than 0.21, so D is also incorrect. 5.7 is less than 5.75, so E is correct. 2.09 is less than 2.90, so F is incorrect. I hope this has helped you to understand how to compare decimals. If you are looking for more maths help, we have got lots of these videos on the Twinkl website, so make sure to check them out. Thank you for watching. Hi there! This video is here to help you with ordering decimals. First of all, let's recap the language that we use when we're ordering numbers. When we are ordering numbers, we can order them in ascending order, from smallest to greatest, or descending order, from greatest to smallest. When we order decimals, we can use a place value chart to help. We must remember to look at the value of each of the digits in the number, not the number of digits they each have. Let's put these decimals in descending order. Remember, descending means to put the numbers in order from the greatest to the smallest. We need to put each of the numbers into a place value grid, making sure to put each digit into the correct place value column. 5.8, 5.08, 8.5, 8.58, 5.85. As before, we start by looking at the place value column with the greatest value. In this case, the ones column. Numbers A, B and E have 5 ones, and C and D have 8 ones. C and D are greater. To decide which is the greatest, we need to look at the digit in the tenths column. Both numbers have 5 tenths, so we have to compare the digits in the hundredths column. C doesn't have any hundredths, and D has 8 hundredths. So D is the greatest number, and C is the second greatest. Now we need to go back to the remaining 3 numbers. They all have the same ones digit, so we need to compare the tenths column. A has 8 tenths, B has 0 tenths and E has 8 tenths. Therefore, B is the smallest. The last thing we need to do is put A and E in order. They have the same ones digits and the same tenths digit, so we need to look at the hundredths digit. A has 0 hundredths and E has 5 hundredths, so E is greater. In descending order, the numbers are 8.58, 8.5, 5.85, 5.8 and 5.08. Now it's your turn. Put these numbers into ascending order, from smallest to greatest. Pause here and have a go. How did you get on? In ascending order, the numbers are 3.07, 3.37, 3.7, 7 and 7.3. What mistake has been made when putting these decimals in ascending order? Pause here to identify the mistake and put the numbers into the correct ascending order. The numbers had been sorted using the number of digits in each one instead of looking at the value of each of the digits. The correct order is this. I hope this video has helped you with ordering decimals. If you still need more maths help, we have got lots of these videos on the Twinkl website, so make sure to check them out. See you soon!